Hey folks, Happy New Year and welcome back to the Practical Microservices stream. Hope you had a lovely end of your year. I guess we were streaming a couple days ago, so it hasn't been that long, but I hope that the rollover to the new year has been good for you. And I hope that when you write the date this year, you'll increment the year in your mental model soon. That I remember the first year I got it right the first time. I was just like so impressed with myself. It's the little things, right? Anyway, so no big grand pronouncements for the year. We're just going to get back into the code that we were working on Friday. We'll keep doing that till it's done, and then off camera I'll get that submitted to PragProg, and then we'll probably get updated code for the book, and then it will start working the first time, and that will be great. So let's just jump right back into it. Alright, so I literally left this exactly where we were on Friday, so I need to commit this locally here. Already went through it all. It all looks good. It's not going to mess up the text of the book, which is something I'm very happy about. So, let's see. Main project is corrected. So, what we need to do next is if we pop up one level here, and I think that's good. Okay. So we have a number of different folders in here. Let's go to the data gen one real quick. I don't remember what's in there. Okay, so I think that the populate script that we ran inside of video tutorials just references this. Let's have a look. Oh, we're in data agenda. So if we go to video tutorials, and let's just open this up real quick. Let's see here. What do I want? Is it in our script? No, it isn't. Here we go. Populate. Source bin populate. Here we go. Source bin populate. What do you actually do? I see. I think that other code is what generated this file. And I also think that this one zoomed in, yeah. So let's close all of those. Let's check out DataGen again. Okay, so what do you actually do? Bcrypt this. Okay, we're using Faker here. Okay, so we're not quite done with Faker. That's fine. So now it's because we're going to generate passwords for everyone, but I think everyone gets the same password if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, where's this password thing said? Okay, it's their password in their index. Okay, I wonder why I did it that way instead of just having it be the same thing. Because the values that would have made it into the user credentials table. Oh, hey. Hey Scarlett, going all right so far? How are you doing this fine January? Anyway, yeah, so even if the password that got hashed was literally the same for every single one of these users that we generated, then it still would have appeared differently in the user credentials table. Hey, thanks for the offer. Good for right now, though. Good luck in working on your art, though. Alright, so let us continue here then. Alright, so we need to fix the Faker part. So, right, and Faker doesn't work, and we don't really need... Yeah, so we're doing this. Yeah, alright, here's what we'll do. Instead of coming up with a new name for all of these, we're just going to go something really boring here. And we're just going to say user index there. We'll take that out completely. And that gives us a user ID. I think that should be good right there. And then we write this to a file, I'm guessing. Yeah, we just write it there. Okay. Good. So Do I say events, but then I make commands? Oh, that's embarrassing. That's really quite embarrassing. Yep. So this should be commands. And then this would also be commands. Like so. Alright, let's try this out. And that's just going to write to commands JSON. Okay, so if we say node generate, what do we get? Well, nothing works here because I haven't installed the packages, have I? npm install. Oh, but you know what? Right, so I'm going to actually bump the version here. So is this a major, a minor, or a patch? The interface hasn't changed. Just the names aren't going to be randomly generated names anymore. They're just going to all look the same. So, but we're fixing the fact that Faker is broken now. So I'm going to just make it a patch. Let's say here, no test, YOLO, that's good stuff. So Faker would go away, and then we're going to want the same versions of UUID that we have in the video tutorials one. So let's go there. Oh, it's up to 901. Not bad. And bcrypt, where are you at? 511. Okay, so we'll go like that and that, and then like so. Then we can, I don't know why I closed that. Anyway, we'll install our dependencies. That'll fix up the lock file. I'm curious, like, what changed with the lock file? Okay, nothing big. Alright. So let's open Vim again, and then we can run this. So let's see, it was node generate. Oh, we failed again. What happened this time? Cannot find module Faker, right, because I didn't remove the require for it there. And then this will also fail because that's not how that works anymore. Cool. There's that. And yeah, that looks good. Alright, cool. So that's fixed. Let's have a look at what we changed. Don't care about that file in particular, so we'll just add it directly. But we can look at the others here. Okay, we fixed UUID, we removed Faker, that looks good. Renamed it to commands instead of events. Got rid of the Faker call and updated how we're generating the email, that looks correct. And then the name of the array of messages is now called commands because it's an array of commands. I am not going to look through. Pretty sure A does the whole file. Yeah, so then we're incrementing the package version there and changing package JSON. So I think that means everything's added. Node modules is untracked. Is this? That's not good. Oh, of course, because this is Git now, and it was SVN. So what do I want to do? Well, I can't add a git ignore because then that'll show up in the book code. So let's just remove it. Although we can do something great here. Quit out of here and use a global git ignore, which I haven't set up here. Oh, I guess maybe I have. So gonna reinstall those packages. Oh, I never deleted them today. Nice, okay. And node modules is there. Fantastic. Okay. So let's commit this one. That'll be see, data generation is corrected. What's next? So let's see. First pass will probably need some changes. So let's head in there. This is the one that you would actually get to first in the book. So this is probably the most important one. Well, most important. Important's an interesting word there, but alright, so I do not remember much about the state of this one, so the package is going to be all off because reasons. I think this one could more or less just be like, there's some key I hit that navigates Nerd Tree up a level. And I don't know how to then navigate in, like down in one more level, so whatever. Alright, now how does this one compare to the one in video tutorials? Okay, code for the book, index. Not going to do the linter anymore, or the dev server, but we don't have a start, so how did we actually start this in the text? I don't remember, so I need to look at it. And clothesline myself with these headphones cable there. Man, hats and headphones don't always mix because of the little circular thing at the top of a hat. Alright, let's have a look here. What do I tell everyone to do? Someplace in here. Start dev server. No. So I explicitly call out start dev server, so I can't remove that. That's unfortunate. So it was a really quick tutorial on how to use Express. Fine. Alright, so now we get to the writing messages chapter. Does this one have any code in it? A little bit. I don't think I tell... Okay, so in that one, we wrote code that won't work because we don't have the message store code yet, and I believe chapter 3 is where we start doing that so that we can support writing the message that we did by the end of chapter 2. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, I start out the first chapter by saying use the start dev server script, and then the assumption throughout the rest of the code is going to be that's just what you keep doing. So I don't think there's a way around it. We have to leave that script in there, which means I need to go back and make sure it works in the video tutorials directory. So kills me a little bit inside to put that back in, but it is what it is. That's a choice I made, and I don't want to further break the code. So we need to get NodeMon back real quick. Put that in the development dependencies. And that would of course be alphabetized, but that's totally not the right version. Here, no, this is silly. Let me get rid of that line. Quit all of this stuff. We'll go back to the video tutorials folder. Like so. Now then, let's install NodeMon here. I'm curious what version that's up to now. What? Oh, that was silly. Did I put it in? I did. I didn't say save dev. My bad. It's up to version 3.02. May have changed the way that it works, of course. Let's get our Docker Compose running again. And npm run start. Do you tab complete? You don't. That's a shame. Alright, sweet, that worked. So now because it's nodemon, if I come up here and just change this file, it restarts. Okay, cool, we're working again, that's good. I mean, good. Git status. So I want to add both of these package files. What? Oh, that's the new project. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't like mono repos. I like to keep things separate, but there wasn't an option to download 7, I'm not sure, however many different zip files for the book. It had to all be in one, which is fine for what the book is, but just in the real world, I wouldn't do a mono repo. Keep things separate that are separate. And if your dependency between all of your code and your project is so severe that you need a mono repo to make sense of it, I'll just armchair the architecture of your whole system real quick. But to me, that would be a signal that we have the boundaries wrong of things. So that's another discussion for another time. So let's finish the task at hand here. So what we're doing is nodemon is restored to video tutorials. Alright, I'm going to actually make this lowercase because that's the proper spelling of that particular thing. Restored to video tutorials, great. Nothing to push because this doesn't have a remote. Alright, cool, that's good. Let's head back to first pass. And keep doing what we're doing. Alright, here's package again, and then we'll open the video tutorials package file there. Alright, cool. So, code for the book, index. Generate cookie secret isn't needed in first pass. We didn't get to it. Neither is populated. Start dev server is the one that we needed. Test watch. Now we're just going to take that out entirely. So we'll just have start dev server and test. That's fine. Alright, so let's come to our dependencies. Some of these we don't need. So the question is, should we go through them again one by one? Or, better yet, just copy over from up here the ones that we see that we need down here. So we need Bluebird, we need body parser, camel case? Oh, did I leave that in there? That's not supposed to be in there. Let me just go ahead and remove that one. Because that was the whole point of what we did on Friday, was removing that dependency by just copying the code in, essentially. So camel case keys would go away, but that would mean that we need the camel case work that we did from last time. So let's go to video tutorials, source, camel case, and that would need to be a recursive copy. And we're going to put that into source. Having done it though, we can remove camel case. Looks like we kept, why is colors, do we still use that? I don't remember. Let's open up another window here. So such software, fix book, code, see video tutorials. Actually, I just want to find out do we have colors in here? Cons colors, yes, we still do, so we'll need to maintain that. But that one's pinned because something happened where the author purposefully tried to mess that one up. I don't know what it is. People have their reasons for things, easy to work around. So cookie session we don't don't need, but .env we do. Express. Go there. Connects. PG. Well, this is worrisome, isn't it? I don't see Pug anywhere in the list of dependencies up in the video tutorials. That's not right. That is so not right. There's no way that works. Alright, let's fix that. If I could spell, that would help. Docker compose rm-f and docker compose up. Get you running again. Such software, fixable code, video tutorials. Alright, so my theory here is that this is not going to work because we don't have Pug installed. So let's just validate that. Install the things here. Sweet, no vulnerabilities crept up over the weekend, so I'll take it. So let's start. Alright, cool, running. Go to our browser, and whoa, I don't even know what that did. I guess I'm applying for a credit card. On stream, that sounds like a good idea. How would that work if Pug is not listed as a dependency? Is it because the package lock has it? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. RF node modules. rm package lock. Alright, now we'll install again. Let's make that bigger. Pug is in there. Who's pulling Pug in? Yeah, Pug's not listed. Lab.js. Well, that's a peer dependency on Pug. That's not Pug itself. Huh, that's funny. Pug just showed up as part of a SHA there. There's a Pug. Preview email is pulling it in. But is that how it's being found? Confess I don't exactly know how to read a package lock file. Just scrolling up to see what section I'm in right now. Oh, that's going to be a while, isn't it? Well, let's go to the top here. Packages. So these are my direct dependencies. Pug is not listed in there. Then we get to other things. Why is Babel being pulled in here? Okay, well, I'm confused by all of this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fix it because that's not excusable to leave out a critical dependency. We'll add that. Alright, Pug is there. Great. Let's make sure we still run here. Yeah, we're still running. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, so make this bigger. Check out our status again. And in this case, git lock, git add, package. Pug is explicitly required. Good stuff. All right. Let's go back to where we were working. So if we reload this, now Pug is in there. Great. Okay, so colors we did, .env we did, express, looks correct, connects, PG, Pug. Oh, that's funny. 302 became 203. That's just complete happenstance. So snake case keys, we're going to get the next one of, and then UUID as well. Right, now dev dependencies, we wouldn't have event tag yet. Blue tape has remained the same. Going to get rid of all of the ESLint parts. Key grip has increased, so we'll do that. And with the later one, nodemon has gone up quite a bit. Standard can go. Super test, let's grab you, and tape as well. Neat, we'll say node 18 because it isn't 2020 anymore. And I think that should be good, at least for the installation part, so let's install those. Uh-oh, we have a problem in the file. Where are you? Right there, okay. And I'm going to install that on this one anyway. And great, that worked. No problems. Alright, this is not going to start though. The Docker Compose will need to be updated as well. So let's grab that one. So this one's a little different in that we don't need MessageDB yet, but I'll just grab all of this part and replace. Well, that's not going to work the way I thought. Okay. Alright, so we have the Docker Compose, that means we can run it, and it's going to fail because we already have it running over here. It's fine, let's try again. Let's open Table Plus up, and that works, and there's nothing in there, that's fine. Now when we start this is where we'll start seeing problems. We've got the dev server, why not just use it? Start dev server. Plus I'm going to try to use it the way that someone reading the book would be using it too. Alright, so we've got to go through and fix all of those, and that stuff I found easier to do with Sublime. So, if I can hit the right keys, that would make things, oh right, this is way too small text for a stream. So bump that up a few. Alright, we're looking for wherever we require UID. Is that going down in node modules? It is. That's a shame. Because it's not getting ignored because it was in an SVN project, because that's the tooling that that Prague has. I think they're working on changing that. I saw something about it, which is great. It's also a huge undertaking, so let's see, it would have been like that. Oh, I don't want to change everywhere to change this. Deep requires no longer supported, not deprecated. Suppose that would have been another way to do it as well, but oh well, not going that route. That's fine. So do I really need to do this in one place? I'm spending all this time trying to find it. There's two places. That was an effective use of time. So .v.e4. There's one, and then let's grab the other here. Like so. Alright, cool. cool. So that should be good. So let's hit this and get on to the next error. What do we have? Camel case keys. Can't find it. I'm not surprised. So let's look for wherever we have camel case keys. Let's try this again. Camel case keys. So first pass, you already change that. That's a node module. That's a node module. Seeds video JS. Oh, that's the previous one. Okay, here's where we're searching for camel case keys. Right here. Okay, so let's see. Trailing white space. That's just not good. All right, so that would go there, and this would become. We are in the probably app folder. Home index. So app home index. So to get to this one, we're in home. That would take us to app, to the root, and that's where camel case would be. Over the weekend, I forgot how I did this, so that would become camel case keys, like so. Is that what I did in there? I genuinely. Let's stop hitting random characters and let's go have a look in video tutorials. Yes. So we just get the camel case keys file directly. That is all good. So that should just be fine. Now, through the magic of NodeMon, looks like the development. There's a reason I put it in there. It's convenient. I just, it's not entirely necessary. In a typical dev work folder I do nowadays, I'm mostly doing test first, test-driven development, and so when I'm doing that, it's running the test is what restarts the process, and then I actually turn on the component or turn on the web server to do some local inspection before checking it in, basically. So I don't necessarily have anything against NodeMon, I just find it unnecessary, and so if it's unnecessary, why include it? But it is necessary for the book, because that's the way I wrote the book. But if I do a second edition, we'll change that. We might not, though, I don't know, because I love test-driven development. I think it is a superior way to work versus either not having tests or writing them after the fact or whatever. But it doesn't make for a very good book when that's the way that you introduce it. That was an interesting thing to try to decide while writing the book, because I really didn't like programming books that demonstrated a workflow that was unrealistic. Like, you wouldn't work that way in the real world, hopefully. But in writing it and trying to just put the tests in first, it's just, the cycle of TDD is very quick when you're working on it, but that whole write some code, get it to fail, and then make it pass, and then refactor and make sure it still passes, that's really hard to do in print. That's mostly how I've done the work on the stream last year when we were doing this more regularly and working on porting the book code to the Eventide project. But I don't think that would work very well in print, because there's just too many. You get to fill page after page after page of verifying that it works, so I don't know. Anyway, NodeMon's a fine thing. We have it, let's use it. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so with that done, we can come here, and I don't know what this is going to look like. Looks the same. I forget what doing that does. Does it do anything? Okay, we are reloading, so something's there now, so I can close this one, and I'll close the meetup one as well. We're going to get back into doing the meetups. I think our last one was in October of last year, and it was really good. We ended up changing the venue where we do them. So, just working that out. Why is this? Is that a bookmark? It is. I don't want that bookmarked. Alright, bookmarks bar. text bar. Look, nothing's there. Fantastic. Okay. Was that the whole point of the first chapter, that we get to the point where we want to record this and then everything falls apart? So, home is one of our handlers. Is that the only route? Okay, that's the only route. So we wouldn't expect anything else to happen there. I think that means this one's done. So we can close this. Make it bigger. Look at our stat. My goodness. Okay. What do we have? Actually, I don't know that. Let's do git add patch. So we update Postgres in the Docker Compose. Hello lock file. This is package JSON. We removed test watch and lint. And because of the comma, that flags as another line. That's why I like trailing commas. It's just, that is now taking time to inspect that to see what the change is, when in truth it wasn't really a change. Whatever. So many fun little side rants you can go into. Okay, the rest of that looks good. So change the way we require UUID v4 in 2 places, change the camel case keys reference, and I need to add the source camel case. So one last look at that. Okay, git commit. First pass is corrected. Neat. What remains? So we've got the distributed and the debugging components one. I'm doing fine on time. I mean, it's holiday today, so I don't need to actually go back to my day job. Have to. Sounds strong. I really like my day job a great deal. But I'm not bound by it this afternoon, but I'm probably going to still stop a little bit after 1. Alright, so let's come to distributed video tutorials. Now, if I remember correctly, these are all... Did I leave? I did, I just left everything. So I think the distributed versions of these didn't actually change the dependencies at all. So I think just more or less dropping in the same package JSON file would work. The only difference is the name is different. So let's open the video tutorials package JSON. We will grab from there on down. Yes. So then come here. Yeah. And then look for where that out of place version is. That's right here. Delete all the way to the end. There we go. So that's the way that should be. Yeah, obviously, like in a real project, you wouldn't just have all the same dependencies in both of these. But I think I just did that to keep it simple. This is a lot of assumption I'm making based on a demonstrably faulty memory. We're going to remove that package lock file there real quick. Come up to the backend one. Remove that while we're looking at it. And then have a look here. Yeah, those look the same. Like, Pug's even listed here, so obviously, yeah, that's all I did. So here's what we're going to do. Do that deletion now. And drop that in like so. I was curious, did that have the generate cookie secret? What did I just do? I did exactly what I wanted to do. Let's see here. Backend. That's the package lock. I hate log files. They're useful. I don't check them in anymore. Because our current place on our workflow doesn't require. This has like thousands of lines in it, doesn't it? So let's go 1,000 lines down. which doesn't help. So here's what we're going to do. Let's look at the one particular file that I'm interested in. Package.json, there we go. Yeah, okay, so we didn't change the scripts. Cookie secret was in the backend one, which would be entirely useless because cookies are a front-end thing, not a back-end thing. So, okay, package is updated. Let's get the Docker Compose. This one's just a wholesale copy, so let's just do it that way. Video tutorials, Docker Compose, copy that to here. That's strange. Oh, right, because I just added a file where we didn't need one. So let's move this Docker Compose into backend, and then we can take the backend one, which is now that, and put it into frontend. So now when I reload this, it should be different. There we go. Okay. Okay, good start. So let's need to pick one of these. Let's go with the front end first, and we'll install our dependencies. This is where, like, in post-production, snap fingers and have those all installed. But, whatever, it's not happening right now. Okay. Starting this will fail. Do I already have that in there? I do. Okay, we'll start you. And npm. This should have tests that actually work. Yes, it does. That's fantastic. Okay, yeah, so we gotta fix all of those imports. If I remove node modules, this should be a little bit easier. So we want require uid/v4. Sure. And then we'll take that and replace it with uid.v4. So let's first do a find in there to find it. And why am I doing this down in? Bear with me. We're going to close all of this, because this is going to be the same transformation we need to make in both of them. So we might as well do it that way to begin with. Like so. Alright, so just eyeballing this. Those look correct. So let's hit replace. There's going to be a lot of changes there. That's fine. That's what we expect. Save all those. Alright. The next one would be the camel case key stuff. And this is the one where we can't just assume where it would be in the directory structure now, because they're all at different depths. However, the backend one might be able to make such an assumption. Well, let's scroll through it and have a look. These are all... How am I going to do this? Just make a blanket transformation and then try to run it and just keep going manually into the files until it stops breaking, or just... No. This is going to be tedious, but we're just going to do this manually. TDM is sometimes part of the job. It's fine. Alright, aggregators, admin streams. It's all in the test files if I remember correctly. Yeah, like this one. Oh, you know what else would make this work is if I actually put that code in there. So let's get it from video tutorials. Source camel case. We need to put you into front end source. And then do the same thing for back end source. So as regards a mono repo, the code for the book was all done as a mono repo, just for reasons stated already. But how would I divide this up if it weren't done that way? Each component would be its own repository. The applications, I tried to model it that way, so let's take it on a tangent instead of getting done what we came here to do today. It's like in the application part here, the idea is that each of these could be their own express application in a package that you would probably, they could be deployed separately, and then you could use server-side includes to meld them all together into a unified whole, or you could have just like a shell deployment that pulls in all of those packages and mounts them into its own router. That's the gist of how I would do that. That way you still get the independent nature of the application, so that if you have a lot of teams working on the same things, you're not clobbering one another, but then you can also get a cohesive look and feel, which is an important thing as well. So you can compose them. That's totally fine. That's a good thing to do. Anyway, camel case keys, instead of being this, we're in aggregators, one up to source, and then we add camel case right there. I believe that is how it works. So I want to hold on to that. Get rid of you, and then put you there. And do this a bunch of times, because did I do 1 second? Let's not get carried away here. Between those two, that would be correct, because camel case would come first. Come back here, we're doing that line there. And then similar thing here. Okay. I don't want the new line as part of what I copied. There we go. That should fix that. Okay. So creators videos task, get rid of you. Nice. That's what we're looking for. No, it isn't. That's what we're looking for. Oh, whatever. Okay. No camel casing your keys there. There is one here, though. I don't know that actually knowing the key combination, like if I tried to tell someone else how to copy or paste to and from the system clipboard in Vim, I don't know that I could tell someone. It's muscle memory. There we go. So that's solved. And you didn't have any of it. Components. Pretty sure this wouldn't be dealing with camel casing anything, because it's already camel cased. It's only the things that are dealing with the relational database that would need to worry about camel casing keys. The message store is a relational database in this implementation, but it's in a JSON column, so we left everything camel cased. So the components wouldn't be writing to typical tables. The message store bits, right, because none of the other column names are multi-word, so we wouldn't need to worry about them either. Obviously, the message store code itself would be a separate package out in the real world. And indeed, the place that I was working when I wrote the bulk of the book, we basically ripped off the book code to use it in production. That's what we did. This got extracted into a separate library. We didn't open source it. The company didn't know how to handle open sourcing things there. So, this is what it is. Okay, so this is bagging, right? So there would only be aggregators and components. This one's likely done then, unless there are some tests. That's literally what I just went through was the test. So let's run them and see. Okay, what did we get wrong here? Missing script test. That doesn't sound right. It's right there. Oh, because I'm in the continue folder. So this should complain about dependencies not being there, right? Okay, yeah, so let's install those. That's really just, oh my goodness, sometimes. Automation, whether that's like muscle memory or whatever, can be dangerous because it's so easy to turn your brain off. Okay, what do we have here? Yes. So we've got the UUID issue to fix as well. Those are more straightforward though. Do I already have Sublime open? I didn't, I closed it. So we're going to, not that one. This isn't Vim, so we just can't hit exit. Let's see, Sublime here. And let's see, wherever we have require UUID/v4. I may have already changed this, I don't remember. I did, yeah. Okay, so I forget about the couple of places where we do a v5 that way. Or the one place where we do a v5 that way. Alright, I'm not going to bother. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's try running this test again. Oh, and I went back to that. Alright, slow down, son. Uh-oh, what's this one? Faker, right. Let's look at the file where that is. The admin user says, same place it was. It's just, we made all these same changes before. I wasn't sure how best to just cherry pick those over or something like that. So what did we use Faker in here again? Faker internet email, and what did we call it? I think it was someuser@example.com. So someuser@example.com, like so. And now the references to Faker are gone. I want to make sure that's what I did. There's no need to have variation in that. So that was in aggregators, admin, users test, someuser@example.com. Yeah, okay, great. If we vary that, then someone who reads closely is going to be like, wait, why is it different here? Is that significant? And no, it doesn't. Oh, we have a failure. We didn't have a failure before. What happened this time? Get last message does not exist? What? Subscribe resumes from the last position. Get last message unknown does not exist. This is surprising. Let's see here. Did I leave the video tutorials folder in that state? Oh, past here. What is different between them? Oh, that's in front end where that is. Let's make sure we're dealing with the same thing here. Already allocated. Did I leave it running? It's probably some port confusion in here. So Docker LS. No, Docker PS? Yeah, let's make sure to kill all these. Kill. I think it's Docker container kill Postgres 15. And then also this one. And build kit can keep running, that's fine. So now if we go Docker container PS, great, just those are running. So we can run our containers again, they work. And now let's, with more control over this, we are still failing, that's interesting. So, subscribe resumes from the last position. Alright, where is is that located? Huh. Alright, this one. So node, source, message store, subscribe. Okay, that's where we're failing, but why does that work? Let me grab all of this real quick. Message store's already running, so this should just work. There must be a difference in the code. What else could it be, right? So instead of that, actually, let's come up here. We will open this file. I see, because I'm in the continue folder. Alright, there's that file. Actually, let's just do this real quick. Let's do a diff between this file here and then the version in video tutorials, source, message store, subscribe, test. No differences. Well, the test is the same. That doesn't necessarily mean that the code is the same. So let us get the code under test here, which will probably be in the subscribe file, like so. So let's try diffing those. No differences. Oh. Alright, well, let's dive into the error then, since that is not proving fruitful. So you're saying that the... Oh, wait. I'm thinking it's port stuff. Let me just double check that real quick. So, Docker Compose, the message store is running on 5433. The regular database is running on 5432. I bet... No, those are the same. So we're still trying to get to the message store on 5433 versus 5432. So when we pull in the message store connection string, we are using that. And when we instantiate the message store, Postgres client is there, and we pass that to the message store. So it is. Alright, well, let's just go through the code of the test then, since this is not turning up what we're looking for. So, where do we get the error in the test? Does it tell us that? So, PG, try catch, settle promise, handler, drain queue. Because we're going to do a promise, we then lose so much context, don't we? Eyes are like going haywire trying to pick out part of our own code. It's what we're calling get last message then. So where do we get... So what are we doing here? We write some messages and then we read a last message. If I pull out all this stuff here, does the test sound run successfully? Does not. Interesting. So let's see where we fail this time. Oh, it resumes from the last position. So that one did not pass. There's just another test in here. So, okay. So something is happening in that read last message function. I think, if I remember correctly, we can hit test.org only, that will just run one test. Yeah, just one failure. Okay, great. So that's what we want. So let's head over to, where does that file or function exist again? It's probably in the reading part. Get last message SQL. Project. Let's try this. Read last. There we go. Alright. Returns the most recently written message in an entity stream. This does not work on categories. That's to be expected. It comes resolving to the last message. That's literally the same code as what's in the other one, right? Source message store read. Should be, like, there's no difference. Get last message SQL. Select star from get last message. Yeah, this is weird. Are we just getting an odd, what does it have in parameters? Stream name. How about we do a console error? And let's have a look at what the stream name that we're getting is. Maybe it's coming through as null, I don't know. Nope, there's a string name there. This is so bizarre. Is it versions of things that are different? Function get last message unknown. We're different here, so just the name of the package is different. What could be changing between these? What's the latest version there? I'm not sure. I'm inclined to leave it here though, because I'm about when I need to finish anyway to do some other things that aren't day job related, just stuff with the family. This is perplexing. Something's clearly different, obviously, because it's failing, but the versions installed are the same. And what specifically is the error that we're getting? One of the perks of streaming for just about an hour at a time is when you hit a noodler like this, you probably can stop pretty soon and then give your subconscious mind some time to work on it. Why is that not giving me a scrolling option? Whoa, wow. Did I do something to my keyboard here? No, okay, so get last message unknown does not exist. Obviously, get last message won't be a useful part of this, but I am curious what Googling it will accomplish. Through format only. Yeah, that doesn't apply to what I'm doing, I don't think. It's not. Alright, let us look. This is the wrong database. So we want the local message store one. That'll be this one. And you have last message. Wrong why did it work in the other code, which is using the same thing? Get list. Oh, look at that. Why didn't that show up in the diff? Maybe I didn't run that diff. Here, let's do it this way. History grep diff. Because I just diffed the subscribe test. Okay, that's what the difference is then. Source, message store, read, and then we'll take the video tutorials, source, message store, read. Boom. Okay, there's the difference. All right. Shoot. Did I publish it that way? Not content about that. Now we work fine. Great. Okay. Well, hey, that's exciting that that's fixed. I'm just disappointed that it was in that state. That one, you can't blame on dependencies. That was bad. Oh, yeah, let's take that out. That is in the video tutorials one. Would have caught that with the git diff, but let's just come here real quick. What? Maybe that's in this version. And it is right there. Okay, yeah, let's clear that up. Okay, cool. Well, learn something. That all worked, so we should be able to start this as well. We were not able to start it. Why not? Alright, because we have lousy test messages in there. This is something that's way better at Eventide. So in my code, when we're testing the message store, we're actually writing to the message store all the time. And we're not testing the message store, we're testing the things using it. In Eventide, they have this really sophisticated way of dealing with dependencies. Sophisticated is the wrong way to phrase it, but it's just like take good design principles and actually do them instead of relying on mock objects or actually writing to a database for this kind of a test. And so you don't end up actually writing to the message store for most of the test. You invoke a substitute for it, which is, it might sound like splitting hairs, the difference between that and a mock, but there's quite a bit of a difference between what a substitute is in the Eventide world and what a mock is. So this whole issue just wouldn't have crept up. Or the issue of the cruddy test data in there messing things up. So, okay, we started out just fine. All right, I'm going to leave it here. So let's get everything committed before we go this time, though. And I'm just going to commit the backend portion of this. So let's get... Can you do this for a given path? Docker compose looks correct. I'm not going to even look at that. I'm just going to trust the tool. Yes, we removed that. These dependency changes look correct. Can't make it keys and UUIDs. That kind of rhymes. That's fun. And we got rid of faker as well. And that egregious, oh man, that's going to bother me today. I'll let that bother me, because that was obviously the outside world cannot bother me without my consent. Alright, that's good. So let's see. Distributed backend project is corrected. Let's do it this way. Distributed video tutorials backend is corrected. Do it like that. Okay, so when we come back next time, what we need to do is fix the front end. And then we just have the debugging chapters code. All right, great. Hey, Happy New Year. Catch you next time. Until then,